Welcome guys. There's this video online that is trending, that is making headlines, that is skyrocketing, that is just breaking the internet. It's just making everything, just turning everything. It's an invention. It's an invention. Just one single invention. Physics is writing, chemistry is writing, biology. Everything you've ever learned from school. This one invention I'm going to play to you is changing everything. Just one invention, not two, not three, just one invention. Now imagine when it becomes two or it becomes three. It's going to bring the world to its new. I'm going to play this video for you because this video is trending on Twitter, it's trending on Instagram, it's trending everywhere, literally everywhere. And the Western world are not talking about it. Why? The reason why they're not talking about it is because they know it's changing history. They know it's changing what they've been teaching. They've been changing the lies they've been lying. It's exposing the truths they've been hiding. That's why they're not talking about it. And that's why I want to talk about it. I want you guys to watch this video with me and tell me what you think about this video. I think this video is worth sharing. I don't even think, I know this video is worth sharing. That's why I'm sharing this video to my subscribers. So you watch it and see just a single invention, just one invention, and it's already hitting everywhere. So guys, I'll play the video now. Stay tuned, watch, and then.
Ernest Andrews' free electricity from thin air cooked the West and exposed a century of lies. What if I told you that the greatest energy breakthrough of the 21st century didn't come from Harvard, Stanford, or MIT, but from a young African mind the West never saw coming? What if I told you his discovery didn't just light bulbs, it lit up the truth? Well, you're about to find out how Ernest Andrew, a teenage genius from Africa...
Now, bear in mind, the person who made this invention is called Ernest Andrew, right? Ernest Andrew. He's not a white guy. He's not from France, he's not from Europe, he's not from UK, he's not from US. He's a black guy. He's not from Silicon Valley.
Subscribe right now, because the truth you're about to hear is the kind of truth they work hard to bury. And if you appreciate bold content like this, don't forget to smash the super thanks button and support real voices. Let's start with the lie we were all raised on. Study hard, get a degree. That's the path to success. But ask yourself this: how many people do you know who spent 20 years in school only to come out jobless, helpless, hopeless, and completely unequipped to start a business, build a factory, or solve real-world problems?
Teaching from histories. They've been teaching from
That's
history,
not education. That's indoctrination.
From history
Western
to history,
education is not designed to empower
Africans.
Africans. It's designed to program obedience, not create inventors. It teaches memorization, not innovation. And the proof is clear. Ernest Andrew never needed a Western lab. He never needed Ivy League validation. What he needed was freedom to tap into something deeper. And he did.
About Africa 54 and the stories we covered during the conversation on Facebook. The address...
Western world education is not designed to... These are the lies they've been portraying. The Western world education is not designed to empower African. It's not designed to empower the black. It's designed to just... for memorization. For just... It's not designed for you to start making innovation. It's not designed for you to start building, going to tech. It's not designed for the blacks to start going to tech and start challenging the white. No, it's designed for you to just memorize it, get a degree, and start jump hunting.
Dropout from rural Malawi has brought electricity to his community using what he says is a groundbreaking air-powered generator, bypassing use of fuel, oil, or batteries. Experts have questions about how the system works, but Malawi's government is pledging support. Lamek Masina reports from Dowa district.
Inventor Ernest Andrews' innovation largely aims to save money villagers spend in buying torches and batteries to light their homes.
After realizing that we were facing a lot of problems without using electricity, I thought of trying to make electricity. Now here we are.
The 18-year-old secondary school dropout says his generator produces 1,000 volts of electricity.
You heard that right? He's a secondary school dropout. He doesn't go to school, university. He's a secondary school dropout. Before he starts saying that he went to school, went to college, and that's where he acquired all the knowledge he has to make those inventions. He's a secondary school dropout. Maybe just 3 SS1 or something here in Nigeria. So let's continue.
But experts complain of Andrew's failure to articulate how he is using air to generate electricity, or they say he might be purposely concealing it to prevent others from copying.
What type of air is he using? We don't know. What air is doing to produce the power? We don't know. And he is not saying. How is he taking the air into his system to produce electricity? We don't know. And he's not explaining. So how can we appreciate? How can we assist as engineers?
Katumba said if he proved real, Andrew's innovation would be rated among the most extraordinary in the world. The innovation has convinced skeptical neighbors.
I was among those who were doubting his ability to generate electricity, which we can use in our homes. But when I saw that he had managed to connect his parents' house, that's when I asked him to connect my house too. Now life is simple.
The villagers use the free electricity to charge phones and plug in electric shaving machines. Andrew's mother, Evelyn Chinguo, says
the system uses air to generate electricity. Now, if this how is it turning physics? How is it writing physics? How is it changing everything up now? If this, let me come again. How is it powering everything? How is it writing physics, right? If he can generate electricity from thin air without induction motor, without electromagnetic, whatever, is literally breaking everything. Physics say, physics say that power cannot be created nor destroyed.
Access, affordability, sustainability.
Authorities in Lower District donated training, electric wires, protective wear, and a gadget for measuring electricity voltage.
One thing that we're going to do as a district to make sure that whatever he's doing when he is working on the appliances is safe.
The Malawi government has organized a group of experts and identify areas to assist.
He's not saying the air he's using, how he's doing it, because obviously the US are not going to give him patents. And him leaking those secrets, and those are confidential now. Those are classified information for him now. So him letting those information out, someone else can just grab the patent and he's out, he's just thrown out. So that's why he's not saying, he's not giving any clue about how he does it. Let's continue.
No fuel, no wires, no pollution, just thin air. Sound impossible? That's because Western physics said it is. But Ernest just walked right past their gatekeeping and made it work. He didn't just build a device. He built a question mark. One so big it threatens to erase entire institutions. You see, this invention does more than just generate free energy. It breaks the laws they told us were unbreakable. It burns the textbook they forced us to memorize. It cracks open the false ceiling of Western science, exposing it for what it really is. A glorified religion built on, selective memory. Because if a young African can pull power from thin air, then what else is possible that they told us was not? Here's the bitter truth. The West fears this technology. Not because it's fake, but because it actually works. And it proves they no longer control the future. But where did this knowledge come from? To understand that, we must go back before colonialism, before the slave trade, before the rewriting of history. We must talk about the Tartarians, a lost civilization of builders, scientists, and technologists whose architectural wonders and forgotten science rival anything today. They built impossible buildings, operated free energy towers, and mastered frequency-based technology. Who were the Tartarians? They were the Moors, and the Moors were Africans. And among them were tribes like the Igbo of eastern Nigeria, a people known for thriving anywhere on Earth, building, adapting, and excelling without needing external permission. Unlike Asians or Westerners, who often stick to their comfort zones, Africans, especially the Igbos, make homes anywhere, bring industry, and create wealth. This ancient spirit lives on in Ernest Andrew and in minds like Maxwell Chikumbutso, another inventor who defied Western physics and built electric cars that run without recharge. Ernest and Maxwell aren't anomalies. They are the reawakening of suppressed African genius. They're living proof that knowledge can be downloaded, not just learned. Downloaded from the ancestors, not copied from colonial textbooks. While Western education still glorifies people like Einstein, Tesla, and Thomas Edison, they deliberately erase or minimize Black inventors, African scientists, and ancient builders who laid the foundation long before Europe discovered anything. Even the Bible is whitewashed. Every saint, every prophet, painted as a white man. So where do Black people fit? We don't, and that's the design. But we're changing that. And if you're still watching, you're part of that change. So, hey, hit that subscribe button again, because this is the movement they don't want you to join. And if this content is waking you up, drop a super thanks to help us reach more people and keep this knowledge flowing. Let's be brutally honest. The system taught us to hunt for jobs, not to create solutions. We were trained to be users, not producers. That's why Africa is rich in minerals, but, poor in power. That's why our graduates can't build a battery but can recite European philosophers. That's why our engineers can't fix a broken transformer but can quote Newton's laws like scripture. This is not education, it's destruction. But Ernest Andrew just showed us another way. He showed us that we don't need permission to build the future. If this energy technology is developed and protected, it can, honestly, collapse the oil empires, break the chains of dependency, and turn Africa from a consumer into a producer overnight. It threatens trillion-dollar industries, it threatens controlled narratives, it threatens this fake reality where Africa is always behind. And that's why they're scared. Because honestly, one invention, powered by ancestral knowledge, has already cooked their entire structure. And well, more are coming. But here's the thing. We need to protect minds like Andrew's. We need to build our own labs, industries, and platforms. We need to stop begging and start building for ourselves. If you've made it this far, it's your duty to share this message. Hit subscribe for more deep dives into the suppressed truth. Tap that super thanks if you believe in African power, ancestral knowledge, and rewriting the global narrative. Because the future isn't coming from the West anymore. It's coming from Africa. And the West, they're already cooked. Hit subscribe for more deep dives into the suppressed truth.
Now, let's imagine for a moment why I said it's breaking the history, it's breaking everything. Imagine inventing this technology, imagine making this technology goes global, imagine making it goes viral everywhere. One, there are a lot of things you are disrupting. There are a lot of things this technology is going to disrupt. That's why I say it's breaking everything. One, let's talk about the crude oil company. The crude oil company is responsible for selling of crude oil, exporting crude oil and refining it back to diesels so you can use it to fuel your car, not even the car, fuel your generator to power your house, fuel your generator to power your work or whatever. You are disrupting your company. That's one big hit you are disrupting. Now, the second hit you are describing, there's a company that is built specifically for building generators, like the Mechanos, the Cat, the Tiger, the Fireman, the whatever generator you can name of, the company who specifically built this, and they've been doing it for years, making tons of billions from it. This technology is going to disrupt them, and they doesn't like it. They won't like it. They won't like it. That's why they're not talking about it. The third thing they're going to disrupt is the company who are involved in solar panel, like making solar panels, making it go expensive, going skyrocketing, everything. You are disrupting their business. That's why the Western media are not going to talk about this self-powered, this electricity coming from thin air. That's the third. The fourth you're going to destroy, you know what's wind turbine, right? There are people who are, there are companies who are responsible for making wind turbines. There are companies just building wind turbines for electricity also. And it costs heavily. It costs like heavily. Now, this technology is going to disrupt them also. These are mega trillion-dollar company that have been striving, that have been growing. So this technology is groundbreaking. Is freedom. Is everything. That's why I said I'm going to share this video to you. And guess what? This technology wasn't found from Silicon Valley, USA. It wasn't found from UK. It wasn't found from Russia. It wasn't found from any of those white guys who are. It doesn't come from there. It comes from black. There are other technologies that I've seen that have explored, like making free energy from tree. Then Nigeria, African is blessed. Tree, making it for a self-powered IV by Maswet Chikumbukso. You should know about that. And some other one, making wherever is plenty. Okay guys, if you like this kind of video, stay tuned. I'm going to share the next one.